I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
Tevin, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 159 of the SZN Podcast. As always, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, before we kick off the episode, my usual housekeeping message, please head over to SZN Pod or SZN Podcast. That's our Instagram or Twitter pages. And there's a link in the bio on both those pages that will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you'd like your audio, the Spotify links, Apple Podcast links, and if you've got like the visuals, the YouTube channel link is also there. Guys, Flowz, hope you're good. Hope everyone is keeping warm and not keeping warm, opposite, keeping cool. Because it's warm out there. Flowz, yeah, you good, yeah?
I'm good, bro. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. As I said, it's warm out there, but I feel like Flowz, no pun intended, but boxing is pretty cold right now. And I mean cold as in not much going on. Funny enough, we are faced with the rare occurrence, Flowz, of not having a fight to really preview for the upcoming week. It's not too often that happens. Usually there's something going on every week with boxing, but there are fights, Flowz, but they're not really fights that are worth talking home about, writing home about. Not really worth talking about like that and mentioning. However, there's still enough to keep us occupied in the boxing streets, Flowz. There's always something going on. And this week, Flowz, we were treated to an explosive event by way of the Tyson Fury Francis Ngannou presser. I think it was a kickoff presser, wasn't it, Flowz? Kickoff presser for their fight. Of course, listeners, I keep the same energy. I paid that presser. I paid it no mind, Flowz. I didn't even check the videos. Didn't even check the highlights of it. I didn't care for watching that presser because, as you know, that fight to me is a nonsense fight. Flowz, I know you feel the same. I don't expect you to have checked it out. I'm guessing you haven't. Because that fight there is a dud. No matter how much they want to dress it up, Team Fury try and gaslight us into trying saying it's a big fight, it's a dangerous fight. I'm not having it, man. Whatever, man. You can have that. And yeah, I'm sure they'll do the casual numbers if they want to do the casual numbers. But for us over here on this pod, we don't really care about that fight. I'll keep it a buck.
Yeah.
However, if Ngannou does win, I'll care about it. But yeah. But when I say that we were treated to something at the presser that we didn't see coming, Flowz, and that was by way of Fabio Wardley and David Adeleye, who were rumored before to get it on. And I think, Flowz, what was going to happen was they were due to announce that fight being on the undercard at that presser, if I'm correct, Flowz. That was due to be announced. But as you know, Flowz, there's been a lot of needle between these two, a lot of talking, a lot of street talk. And we've seen them meet before, obviously. How they started, how this fight sort of came about, Flowz, wasn't it? It kind of happened from when I think Adeleye pulled up to Wardley.
Yeah, he pulled up on Wardley, yeah.
Adeleye pulled up on Wardley because I think they've been tweeting, and then Adeleye pulled up and was like, yo, let's get it on. Like, let's do this. And obviously Wardley was like, I'm not backing down. Let's get it on. Obviously, we knew that Wardley was then ordered to fight Fraser Clark for his British title, which that fell through due to the fact that Boxer pulled they pulled Fraser Clark from the from the purse bids. So I guess Adeleye was the next option, I'm guessing, for the British, whatever. So they ordered that one to happen. So we kind of knew that this was going to, in the process of being made. And this is the second time I think that they've met face to face in public. And Flowz did it kick off, boy. Did it kick off? I'll tell you exactly how it went down, Flowz. In terms of, I was just I got a message from one of my boys in another group chat. And so apparently, he messaged saying, "Oh, Kam, apparently Wardley and Adeleye brawled at the presser, the Fury presser." I said, "Swear." Went straight to Twitter, went straight to YouTube. I said, "I need to see this ASAP." Only because, Flowz, of the way Adelaide has been talking recently in terms of what he's on. What was the quote, Flowz? Is it he's 100 fights undefeated in the streets or something like that?
100 in the streets.
First of all, Flowz, do you know how crazy that statement is? Deep it, yeah? How do you know the number? How do you know? Oh, that is crazy.
He was bantering still, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fact that
no,
he
I know.
dropped it.
Funniest line ever.
Oh man.
So Flowz, I've gone straight to Twitter to find it. Obviously, I'm trusting Michael Benson's there all over it, and some other people. And I'm seeing video footage, and I'm seeing Wardley on the floor. The first video I saw was a bit hickey, like it was a bit all over the place. So I'm there thinking, rah. And then I see Wardley on the floor. I'm just thinking, oh my goodness me, what's happened here? And then obviously we've seen the further angles, the subsequent angles, the better versions, the more HD clips, etc. Flowz. Yeah, man. Flowz, what were your first thoughts when you heard? Because obviously I went straight to you. I said, "Yo, Wardley, Wardley, Adeleye, bro." What was your first thoughts when you saw that message from me?
Yeah, I think you said a clip, and it was just kind of like the end. It didn't show the beginning of the ball. It just shows
the ending. Yeah,
yeah. Fabio Wardley getting off the canvas, and security in between. David Ali being pulled back. He's being pulled back. So I went. As well went straight to find clips. I was like, this is peak. I was like, maybe David Ali went lying that he's hunting to know in the streets. Because it looked like Fabio Wardley didn't enjoy that exchange. So
yeah.
I think Boxing Social had like the best angle. Because actually, yeah, I said I need the context. I need to know how this starts. And I clocked Radio Raheem in one clip interviewing Fabio Wardley. So I thought, okay, maybe seconds out, have the clip.
Yeah.
And they kind of give the context of how it started in terms of they've both been interviewed but side by side. Seconds out, we're interviewing Wardley.
Yeah.
Someone else was interviewing David Adeleye, and he's having a back and forth with someone's by the sidelines, maybe someone in Fabio Wardley's camp or
yeah.
So he's having a back and forth. Anyway, seconds out fumbled the bag in terms of the actual footage.
I knew I was waiting for you to mention it because you was pissed off with the footage.
Because when David Adeleye pushes Fabio Wardley comes over like not even on a violent vibe or anything. He just kind of walks over like, what's going on? Almost
literally, Flowz. You can almost say mediate on the mediate kind of vibe, like what's going on. Maybe maybe he was arguing someone in his camp, so he's like, calm down, whatever. And then, go on.
Then Adeleye obviously turns and sees Fabio Wardley, and he don't even let him take another step, pushes him.
Yeah.
And now obviously Fabio Wardley's glasses are gone flying off. I think he was rocking a hat.
Yeah,
that's gone.
Yeah.
And all chaos descends, like the camps chewing in, there's security jumping.
Yeah.
We'll get to the extra scraps, but I want to highlight seconds out, you fumbled because they had the camera there. And
they were in prime position, and the next thing we know the camera's on the floor. So yeah, their cameraman, I reckon he probably tried to get out of the way. He probably tried to run.
To be fair, I think seconds out you use a stand, don't they? So
yes, the tripod.
They use the tripod. So the tripod must have got knocked over.
That could be. We've seen that's been used as we've seen it in boxing brawls before. Flowz. Tripods are used as weapons. So David H. Throw back to David H. Azura. So I think they just kind of dropped it. But yeah, Flowz.
They fumbled.
It looks exactly like that as you said, Flowz. Like he's getting interviewed over here. Wardley's maybe to the side, being interviewed towards the side. We've seen Adeleye go at someone that's opposite him. We can't actually see this person. We don't know all persons, but he's probably going at it. Wardley's come over to the side of him now, almost looking to mediate. So that makes me think that it was maybe someone in his camp. Adelaye's clocked Wardley and just shoved him hard, and obviously Wardley's then gone for it. And I'm there thinking, obviously we've seen the better footage because obviously when the first footage that we saw, Flowz, the one that was sort of caught the end of a scrap, you're seeing Wardley get up on the floor. So obviously you're there thinking, wow, did Adeleye drop this guy? But when we've seen the better footage, the Boxing Social footage, I think it was, we've seen actually how it happened in terms of obviously they push each other, they've gone apart, they've tried to come together again as Wardley's tried to approach Adeleye, focus on him. Someone in Adelaye's camp from the side almost has clocked Wardley and hit him and dropped him from that. So that's how he got dropped.
Overhand left hook.
Very good shot. Obviously, I will shoot Wardley some bell in the sense that obviously he wouldn't have seen it coming too much because obviously he's tunnel visioned, focused on Adeleye, who's straight in front of him. This guy sort of come from the side entry. So pause. So it's looked a bit he wouldn't have seen it. It's almost on a blind spot almost. And that's what's dropped him. So it wasn't Adeleye that actually put hands on him or dropped him. The only thing Adeleye did was push him. He pushed him far, and obviously they were both coming back to rumble, and obviously people were involved, camp, security, holding them back and whatnot. I think a couple of times, it was almost like WWE flows. You know the ones in WWE when they do the fake come together, security hold them, and then somehow they break through security. And then, It was basically that, because I think Wardley escaped the clutches of security once. So did Adeleye. The security had to grab him a couple of times. But Wardley's dropped, come back up now. It's very chaotic, Flo. Very chaotic at this point. Like, people are everywhere. I think another person more than one person got dropped, I swear, but it was more because of the pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a tripod on the floor. You can stumble over that. It was all over the place. But when we've got up, we've seen when Wardley's got up, we've seen him. He's cut now. I don't know if the cut was from the initial shove. Obviously, maybe his glasses might have flown off and scratched him, or it was from the punch. We don't actually know. But maybe when he fell, he could have landed on something. But the fact is, he's been dropped, not by his op, but by someone else, and he's been cut as well. And that's where sometimes it can be a bit dangerous with these brawls, because obviously these men are fighters, they're prize fighters. They're meant to do it in the ring, right? Obviously, we do love to see it, but at the same time, this could potentially put things in jeopardy, as we'll probably get onto and speak about Flowz. But hey, fair play to these two though. I mean, Adeleye, fair enough. He spoke about what he's on. He said he's not an internet person; he's a real life person. But just funny, very very funny to see. You
always don't like to see camps get involved in boxers beef because of that. Fabio Wardley was focused on David Adeleye. The security are focused on the fighters. They're not focused on other people.
It's a free shot for someone in the entourage almost sometimes. Which is dangerous. Very dangerous. You're
literally,
right.
He was there. Entourage should be trying to keep the peace. My man was there trying to grab Wardley. He threw the shot without even trying to get him.
No hesitation. He just launched it. And you know what?
He was the one beefing.
You know what? And this, I will say this as well. Thanks for mentioning that, because boxing entourages actually pissed me off, because it's happened so many times. When an entourage someone who's part of the entourage, his boys or whatever, try and make themselves the main guy and try and get involved. Remember, even when it doesn't turn violent, but it's like a verbal thing. Yeah. Spence Crawford back in the day. When Spence was having
we talking from the side.
Having a go, he said, talk to your guy. Like, you're talking crazy right now. Like, shut. Like, he was,
check him.
Remember Danny Jacobs and
that guy should have got bagged up.
That guy was talking some small little scrawny youth was talking the madness.
Came at the perfect time.
What got Danny Jacobs vexed was the guy called him a pussy. And Danny Jacobs turned to him and said, "We calling the pussy? Are you mad?" And then he checked him there and there, and the guy kept quiet a little bit. But that's what I mean. Sometimes, you man need to back up. Let the two boxers talk. Let them handle it. You're not a fighter. Step out the way, please. So sometimes the entourages can sometimes be a bit too jarring, man. Like, they try and get involved too much and stuff. Stay in your lane. Let the two prize fighters hash it out. If it's verbal, obviously if it gets physical, we know that security will jump in, and to be honest, boxers know better not to turn it physical sometimes, especially when there's a fight on the line. But obviously we know emotions and they flare over. But still, you have no business. Entourages can beat themselves, but you got no business touching a fighter. No business. I'm so sorry. So that one there, I don't agree with.
Because look, you could have ruined your boys' bag now. That's on you.
Exactly.
Like, they're paid to fight in the ring, and you're going to ruin the bag potentially.
Look, the implications of this this was my initial thought as well, Flowz. When I saw that Wardley got up and he was cut, I already thought to myself, this puts this fight in jeopardy now, because of the fact that, one, they could have to push it back, because with a cut now, Wardley might not be able to spar, because obviously they're going to wait for that cut to heal. Because if it looks like a small, but you never know.
Yeah, it didn't look a bad cut.
It didn't look a bad cut, but Flowz, you know how it is in terms of with camps and stuff. Like, they'll want it to wait for that to heal sometimes, maybe before aggregating the wound or whatnot, that kind of stuff. But also, apart from that, so that could potentially push the fight back. But also, they might say, as you said, it could ruin the bag for Adeleye. Like, they would say, this fight's off now. It turned violent before we even got to even announce it. Forget it. You know what I mean? So to my knowledge, Flowz, it hasn't been. I can't remember if it's been called off or anything yet, Flowz. I don't know.
No, I think it got announced that the fight is happening.
Yeah,
but look, remember when what's it called? Hey and Chisora had their brawl, and British Border Control didn't sanction the fight anymore.
Took their licenses. They had to. They had to fight in. They had to get a Luxembourg license or something like that. Because
just so that's another reason why you don't get involved. We've seen entourages jump in the ring during fights and the fight
and throw shots.
Throw punches.
Yeah.
Do the Mayweather
classic, the most classic one.
What's his name? AJ versus White, the first one. Yeah. Everyone got in. Look, that's a disqualification.
All the White points.
That's a disqualification right there.
Facts.
So
it is facts. Look, big facts. Yeah.
You lot. I don't know why you want to be so badly involved. Just chill. Like, look, like we said, could win the bag, could win the fight.
Yeah.
Damn, you could even get charges pressed against you, kind of thing.
Yeah, 100.
Then way there. So, look, keep the peace. Let your boy do what he needs to do. I don't know why my man was throwing punches. But
actually, what Flowz? If you deep it, the over the top left hook is wild.
Yeah,
from a member of the public,
launched it.
Man.
And you're not really involved. It's a pushing and shoving thing. And he's the only one who's smacking it anyway. But yeah, look, what's it called? Hope Fabian Wardley's good. I hope it's not a bad cut. Hope he doesn't put the fight in jeopardy. If anything, it's kind of built the fight quite nicely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The pull-up was already spicy. This one, But I mean, he's got to ride that because right now,
it's obviously we've seen Adeleye drop an interview afterwards, and obviously he's there saying, "I don't know what happened." He's there trying to play coy, like I don't know what happened, blah blah. He's not trying to draw too much attention to himself. I was there trying to find clips of Wardley, post-fight, not post-fight, but reaction interviews and whatnot. He's kept silent as a church mouse. I'm there thinking, well, at least you got people now saying that, you got dropped by Adeleye, blah blah, and even though we know he didn't, but you might want to say something, like, at least say I slipped or something. I got cheap shotted, but damn, he's kept silent. So, but knowing Wardley, the way he flows, knowing the way he is, obviously we see what he's like in the ring. When he gets hurt, he switches. I reckon he's fuming. I reckon he's fuming, livid.
You would be.
And hopefully this bodes well for the fight for us. We get a switched off on a ticked off Wardley to set the pace straight away. It'd be fun potentially. So yeah, man, it's definitely the most exciting thing to happen at that presser. Like we didn't care about the main event for the presser, but that one there, enjoyable. And I'll be look, I won't tune into the Fury and Ghana. I don't care about that, but I'll be tuning in for sure to that one for sure.
Yeah.
So Wardley, Adeleye. That one there.
Adeleye was killing me in the interview.
He's hilarious. Bro, he's hilarious.
I said, I'm cool, car collected. I'm professional.
When you said that first, I died because he's the one that was on votes. He was the one that was on votes the most.
Be for someone in the crowd to shut your mouth up. He's the one who caused. If anything, Wardley was cool, calm, and collected.
Facts.
And then he said, I looked to my left and I see Wardley charging at me. So I got paranoid. Stop hitting him. I thought you were cool, calm, collected, and now you're telling me you're paranoid. Man walked up to you, almost with his hands up, like calmly.
Bro.
And you, man, he's funny.
That man is funny as hell. So funny. Every interview that I tuned into because so funny. But yeah, hilarious. Man. Hilarious occurrence. I told you, I do like a brawl sometimes, man. A presser brawl. As I told you, a Cody Reactport still kills me to this day because that
man.
At a cinema, that one was hilarious. But yeah, Flowz, as we've already said, obviously we're not going to tune into Ngannou Fury. We don't give a damn about that. But I want to give listeners. I just want to bring their attention to certain comments that their heavyweight champion said. This is WBC champion of the world, by the way. They asked him about Usyk, and he said the undisputed fight is no longer his priority. He said, "Has it ever been my priority? Did I ever say I wanted undisputed? It's always been some other little bitch's dream. If he takes a small percentage, we might make it happen. But if he wants a large bag, I'm going to say no, thank you. I think Francis Ngannou is going to be a tougher challenger than these other guys. These other guys are just boxers. This guy is more than that. Obviously, we ain't got to say too much for us. We've been telling people about Tyson Fury and about what he's on. And he's the reason why the heavyweight division still can't have an undisputed fight. It's just hilarious how he says, we've had, Flowz, you've been very vocal in highlighting his hypocritical nature about, box for money. But then he's now saying about Usyk if you take a small bag. Isn't it hilarious that didn't Usyk accept 70-30? They still found a way to get their way out of that. So how small of a bag are you talking right now, bro? But yeah, that's you lot's heavyweight champion. That's all I'm going to say. Heavyweight division stinks. Terrible division.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say too much of Tyson Fury. We've said enough. I think everyone's clued up on him now. Everyone sees him for what he is. You could people are pulling highlight reels of his hypocrisy. The compilations.
Flowz, it's very refreshing to see that everyone else, even though we could say that they were late, but it's refreshing to see. You even see a lot of casuals that have turned on Fury, and they'll be like, "Look, we're tired of your bull," which we knew was going to happen eventually. But yeah, everyone seems to be switching onto it now, which is good. And you can't gaslight us. You can't put the wool over our eyes anymore. Yeah, have your own Ngannou fight. Cool. Yeah, and I'm sure you'll do the numbers you want to do. That's fine. You do that. But yeah,
I make the money you don't want to make. I make the money you don't care about.
Yeah, yeah. But that was that. Staying on the heavyweights, Flowz. I don't know if you saw the little rumors as well that apparently Wilder AJ is now in jeopardy. Because of it's apparently because of this Fury thing, because it's a different I don't know how to put it, a different consortium or something, a different Saudi group that Saudi Arabia seems to be basically it's a certain Saudi group that are putting on this Fury and Ngannou fight, and apparently they're different to the ones that Hearn usually work with AJ. And apparently the Saudi sport people are leading towards the Fury people now, apparently. So this is why potentially the fight could be in jeopardy. That's basically what the gist I got of the report I saw. Again, you say shock, but it probably does speak to, again, the quality of the heavyweight division right now and just how poor it is in terms of the big fights aren't really happening. The big fighters aren't trying to fight each other, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the heavies for you.
Yeah, until something's announced, signed, I see a poster, I see a date. I don't believe all the chit chat. We see too many interviews of these promoters saying this and that. I don't even listen to promoter interviews anymore because
you told me,
it's tiring, it's boring. Yeah, them going back and forth, them saying one thing, then them saying another. Next,
they just beef each other, Flowz. That's all they do.
Yeah, it's tiring. People picking sides, comments picking sides. I just want to see boxing, man.
Literally.
I just want to see the best fight, the best at this point. All the back and forths, all the it's going to be this day. Well, from when AJ said he wants to fight 2 more times this year, and that he wants to fight in December, and Eddie Hearn saying he wants to fight in January.
Yeah.
These lot are serious.
Yeah. I remember when that happened, we did say it's going to be very far-fetched, so we highly doubt that this guy will fight 3 times a year. But, yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, so when I hear these men aren't serious, and we see Wilder Ruiz break down, it's just all a mess. Yeah, no hopes for these lot, man.
Yeah, man. Sticking with the vein of I guess fights being off, though, is also be worth mentioning that, funny enough, we did say that we highly doubt this fight would happen, but we were then given a little bit of hope. I'm talking about Shakur Stevenson against Frank Martin, which got ordered by the WBC. So I think we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago that they'd ordered it. And yeah, we did say, we highly doubt it's going to happen, but I think a week later, we then sort of saw that apparently purse splits had been agreed and whatnot, and the split had been agreed, and it was on. So we're thinking, oh, okay. Surprising, fair enough. Good fight. Surprised to see it happen, but yeah, very good fight. I'm not going to turn it down. Only for, I guess, the following week now, Flowz, we've seen the supposed reports say that the fight is now off and that it was all agreed, but then PBC turned around and said they're not looking to go in that direction for Mr. Martin. So, yeah, I guess we were right all along, Flowz, to be very skeptical about this fight happening. It's a shame. And again, it's the usual story, I suppose, that we thought would happen in terms of PBC. We'll probably want to keep it in-house with Frank Martin. That's how they operate. So, yeah. And it did seem a bit, like I said, unless PBC were willing to throw Frank Martin to the Wolves early doors, I didn't see why they will make that fight happen, even though it is a good fight and it is WBC ordered. It is a world title. It is worthy of a world title fight, I'd say, because these are two very good up-and-comers. But, yeah, PBC, they're very protective over their fighters. And, yeah, I don't know what next for Shakur now, Flowz. Because Loma has said no. What's his name? Isaac Cruz said no, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know what next.
Yeah. So how it's gone, I think Shakur's been ordered to fight a number of people, and they've all declined. From Isaac Cruz, Pitbull Cruz, as they call him.
Pitbull.
He openly ducked. William Zepeda openly ducked. Lomachenko ducked.
Openly ducked, bro.
He openly ducked all of a sudden. And when you hear that Lomachenko and Kambosos are lining up for a fight soon, so that's an open duck. Kambosos ducked as well. He says, "Oh yeah, he's had tough fights. He needs to relax."
So goes and fights Lomachenko. Yep.
when I fought, what's his name? Who beat him? Actually, he lost. He lost to what's his name? Who did Kambosos recently just fight?
Maxi Hughes. Well, he won,
Maxi
but
Hughes.
Yeah.
Maxi Hughes, and then now Frank Martin's on the list. Some people want to chuck in Haney on the list, but Haney made
them an offer.
Made them an offer. Shakur didn't take it. So whether you want to call it a bogus offer or not, my man didn't take it. It is what it is. Frank Martin ordered, apparently agreed, and then pulls out. I'm sorry, maybe not a personal duck from him, but a PBC.
Yeah, I think that's a PBC.
Duck by association.
That's Al Haber duck, yeah.
Which they're renowned for doing. So, look, Shakur can't. He can't get a fight right now. Yeah, no one wants to fight him.
He should have taken the Haney offer, man. Yeah, cool. It was a serious lowball offer, but it's a chance to make yourself great and you control the narrative for the rematch. But
to be honest, it's for undisputed, so you take low ball offers.
Yeah, man.
It's not even low ball. It's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like Haney's value isn't that huge. I'll be honest, but neither Shakur. Shakur's value isn't huge. So
big time.
You're fighting for belts. And you've got nothing to offer.
Yeah.
So that's the offer on the table. Once again, don't really care too tough about offers. If you back your skills, you take it and you fight.
Yeah.
None of these men back their skills against Shakur right now. None of them. Because they're in for a hellacious ass whooping. But
facts.
Even I'll tell you who else is ducking openly, even though the fight ain't been ordered. Rolly Romero's been ducking.
I was waiting for you to mention. I mean, he's been ducking, but talking smack as usual, which is what Rolly does.
But that's how he's been preparing. He's duck excuse for Haney and Shakur, calling them boring.
They can't sell tickets.
To see the fight.
Yeah.
That he wants the big fights. He doesn't want boring. Yeah. We know that play.
That boy is so lucky to be champion. Anyways, he won't last long.
Yeah, so he's ducking before they even on the plate for him. So hopefully someone does step up to the challenge for Shakur. It won't be someone we expect. I don't think
it won't be
a high level opponent, but
but it will be. I mean, it'll be for a world title, no? So someone should be. Well, yeah. Someone will, because one random, probably Latino or something, will step up to the plate, try and grab a world title, and obviously he'll lose. Yeah. But you got to remember, this is for a WBC world title, and these men are doing up this, moving and shaking. Shameful.
Shout out Yoshino because he took it. He's the one who steps on the plate, got cooked. Next one to take on, get cooked as well. So it's what it is. I understand why they duck it.
It'll probably be like a Clotty or something like that. One of these ones on Top Rank, easy peasy for them. Yeah, it's a shame, but Yeah, maybe he is the boogeyman of the division, Flowz.
That's a boogeyman of boxing right now, man. Him and Boots.
Yeah. Sticking around around that division, 140 now actually. But Flowz, you was telling me that Haney progress might have finally been made or agreed upon. We're looking at December 9th, right, for that one?
Well, they both signed, haven't they? And
yeah.
But negotiations have still been ongoing in terms of venue and all this stuff. So
yeah.
Hopefully it gets made once again. It's a good fight. Shout out to Haney for Haney's one of the few right now really carrying boxing on his back. He's taking on all comers, challenging himself. So if it does get made, good fight, man.
Yeah. It's funny.
Just waiting for that confirmation.
We kind of knew after when Bill Haney was going around doing the scouting job on the champions. After that pro grade performances, we kind of do say, he's going to go for pro grade. That's how one bad performance can really put you in the firing line. But yeah, we kind of saw it coming. Great fight if it gets made. I know the initial issue was that I know they had initial disagreement in terms of the date, because I think pro grade wanted November, and Haney was like, no, we got to do December. So but hopefully they can iron out all the issues, because it seems to have dragged on for a while now, to be fair. And hopefully we get a date in place for that one, so we can look forward to touching that one. But yeah, shout out to Haney, even though I know he truly doesn't want to fight Shakur, but he's still, you can't have a go at him too tough, because he's still challenged himself. He's moved up now and he's gone straight at champion straight away. So I will always rate him for that. And eventually him and Shakur will meet, and we'll see what happens there. But shout out to Devin Haney, shout out to Shakur Stevenson, and we just want to see the good fights now for the rest of the year, man. That's it, really.
Shout out to Gervonta Davis.
What, for fighting this Sean O'Malley guy, whatever his name is?
I don't know who he's fighting. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who he's fighting, but shout him out still. It won't be someone credible. We know that anyways, but yeah. Shout out to PBC. Joking.
So when you said that, I hear we might have the black cars right in front of your yard, if you're not careful, you better watch how you speak about Audi, though. That guy is the boogeyman, apparently.
You know what? To be fair, I'll criticize them, but they've put on some good fights this year. They have done, yeah. They've delivered some fights this year. Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, shout out to them. But the PBC protection program is still alive and well.
Facts. Oh yeah, and the Flowz, I don't know if you saw, obviously, might as well mention it quickly, but Spence, officially he's exercised that rematch clause.
Yeah.
It's potentially going to be it should be at 154. That's what is. Yeah, but he's officially cashed that in, and we'll see when the time comes, Flowz. Obviously, we'll talk about that one again.
Yeah, we have to.
God, but hey, but Crawford's doing. Hey, obviously his stock is like this now, Crawford. So obviously you've seen him a lot now, right? Just doing the media rounds and whatnot, and well, initially they were both saying that this Canelo Crawford fight is too far fetched, but I think now how Crawford is. His chip on the shoulder is crazy. So the fact that everyone was saying you're too small for Canelo, blah blah, and then Canelo even came out and said that his resume isn't really all that. Yeah. I think Crawford's not on it heavy, Flowz. I think Crawford's not on it, I think he probably wants to fight Canelo now. It's mad.
I'm not buying it. I'll be real. I think they both seen how much views they're getting from talking about it and how much interest is garnering. So if you're doing a press tour, might as well talk it up, because they both say they both said it's not really possible that unless it happens in this way, Now Crawford said he's going to move on to 168.
Look, Flowz, I'll be so real. The way I've followed Crawford always career. His chip is crazy, man. Like, honestly, he's like that.
I'm not doubting that they won't do it, because it's money. It's money involved. Yeah. But I think they're talking about it in a way to drum up interest, if that makes sense. Oh yeah,
of course. But I feel like,
as opposed to
Crawford will still want it though. I feel like Canelo probably doesn't want it, because but I feel like if it's any other two that does want it, it's 100% Crawford. Yeah. But I'm not trying to see that fight. Yeah, I don't want to see that fight.
Yeah, and even though it's all stemmed from the interest it was getting from their interviews, and they were like, wait a minute, maybe there's something in this. Maybe there's interest in it, because people generally say, "Oh yeah, why don't you fight Canelo?" Why do you keep asking questions? Because once again, they're casuals asking these questions. not realizing there's weight classes. So
yes,
I mean, Canelo done the Breakfast Club, Spence and Crawford done the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And your boy Charlemagne, who's supposedly a boxing fan, keeps asking about it. So it's getting them views, it's getting them clips. They're going on Joe Rogan's podcast, getting questions. So if it makes money, it makes sense. So yeah, that's one of them ones. If it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. Yeah, for sure. All right, Flowz, let's call it a day there. It's been episode 159 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I've been your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, keep drawing up with the interest, keep supporting, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.
You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.